Hello everyone, and welcome back to another Hearthstone deck spotlight. My name is Tommy Wave, and today we'll be taking a look at VoroX's Rush Warrior. Rush Warrior has kind of been a little bit of a thing in the past. I wouldn't say it's been a dedicated part of the metagame for at any point throughout the game since Rush was introduced in the Witchwood expansion, but we do have a couple of new tools for Rush Warrior from the latest set. We've got a couple of new cool Rush minions, but we've also got some big support for a lot of those Rush minions. Namely, Akali the Rhino, new legendary from the latest set, 8 mana 5/5 with Rush. On Overkill, draw a Rush minion from your deck and give it +5/+5. And we've also got Spirit of the Rhino, which is another supporting cast. It's a 1 mana 0/3 stealth for 1 turn, and your Rush minions are immune the turn that they're summoned. So we can combine this with any number of our Rush minions, so Rabid Worgen, Militia Commander, Swift Messenger, Darius Crowley, Ziliax, all minions that you're probably fairly familiar with. When we play them, they'll be immune that turn, so we can kind of get a free hit off onto a minion, not worry about, taking damage or kind of using our Rush minions as just 1-for-1 removal spells. Instead, the Spirit of the Rhino might allow them to stick around for a little bit longer, which is interesting. The new minion that we've got in here, other than Akali the Rhino, is we've also got Amani Warbear. This is a brand new taunt minion, 7 mana 5/7 with Rush and Taunt. We've seen a lot of this in various Druid decks, with Taunt Druid or some kind of, beastie shenaniganry Druid, but Amani Warbear has proven that to be a fantastic new card from the latest expansion. Other than that, we've kind of got a supporting cast of lots of mid-range heroes. We've got Keleseth on 2. We've got cards like Stonehill Defender to help protect our smaller boys. We've got all the Rush minions we mentioned before, in addition to cards like Brawl and Dynamatic. So, and even a one-off Super Collider in here. So just lots of mid-range thickness, which is kind of exciting to me. But I will say that we have been playing a lot of decks lately that have lots of 4 mana spells, lots of 5 mana spells, and we're just getting these situations where we're just looking at a hand full of them, and we just don't have a lot of throughput. It's very tough to deploy all of those cards until you do get to 8 or 9 mana, and by that stage in the game we may have kind of lost grip on the board and we may have already lost the game. So it's just something to be aware of. We've also got a reasonable top end in this deck with Akali, Lich King, and of course Dr. Boom, one of the greatest late game cards for Warrior at the moment, but hopefully we're not going to have to rely too much on those. I think this is a good selection of late game cards. I don't think we want to go too deep on it because we've said it before that unfortunately the late game of Warrior, unless you're trying to do like Mechathune shenanigans or anything like that, the late game of a lot of these Warrior decks just can't compete with the late game of Druid or Spell Hunter or a lot of these other big late game decks. So I think just having a couple of options to maybe outmuscle some mid-range decks is good. We haven't dipped too deep on there. So we'll definitely jump in, play some games. The things that I'm going to be keeping an eye out for is, why is there only one Town Crier in this Rush Warrior deck? Like, it seems like we should definitely be having 2 of those, even over one of these Eternium Rovers. Like, Town Crier is going to allow us to, hit our curve. It's going to really helps with Keleseth, drawing Town Criers afterwards. We can always refill our hand. Also going to be keeping an eye on the Spirit of the Rhinos, just how effective they are. I imagine we're probably going to hit a control matchup or something like that where these do absolutely nothing. But we'll see if it's maybe a case where we could cut down to 1 and just have the threat of them or the option of playing it still be a good thing. So yeah, let's jump into some games and see how we go. Rush Warrior. Okay, we're here with the Rush Warrior up against Dingzilla. I think we'll send all of this back. We really want to hit our Keleseth, and I don't think we're ever playing Spirit of the Rhino on turn 1. Yeah, we actually, I picked up a new game yesterday that I'm pretty keen to delve deeper on. It's called, what's it called? Book of Demons? Let's turn it on right there. Book of Demons? It's like a, let me just... It's a kind of interesting mix of like a Diablo-y dungeon crawler. Let me just trade here. How do we possibly beat How do we possibly beat Kingsbane Rogue? Seems difficult. But yeah, so it's like a mix of kind of a deck builder with like very Diablo heavy themes. It's like a lot of RPG dungeon crawling elements. Seems very, very cool.
A clever concoction.
And I got sent a 66% off code, apparently because I own Darkest Dungeon. And you know, I really love Darkest Dungeon, so as soon as I saw that, I just assumed that they must be related in some way. And that if they are, then I definitely want to check it out, because Darkest Dungeon was one of my favourite games. How new is the game? So, it was actually released yesterday.
A clever
or on the 14th, rather. It was, came out of early access. It's about a $30 US title. Something like that, maybe $20 US.
Defend the gates! To me!
It's gonna be another one of those games where, yeah, dictated by if our opponent gets the lifesteal early or not. I don't think we're gonna be able to get back into this game, especially if our opponent has like a sap or a Vilespine for our Lich King. Who knows? Maybe they don't have a way to redraw their.
Defend the gates! To me!
Maybe they don't have a way to redraw their Kingsbane, and we get lucky. Or they naturally draw the Kingsbane right off the top. 1 in 22. Don't think we're winning this one, friends. I guess maybe they don't have. Maybe they don't have it. Drag it out and hope you can discover a Mechathune. That's a good plan. I like that. Oh, yes. Now we might be able to coin this Lich King and actually get a couple of turns with it. Though I guess it would make sense for our opponent to have a Vilespine in hand. I've been climbing with the budget Zoolock you showcased. I've beat Odd Warrior and Kingsbane with it. That's awesome. With the Zoo Warlock deck. That's really cool. I think we're just gonna replay this Lich King. Super Collide ended up with a great draw. Yeah, I do want to revisit Zoo Warlock again. Hopefully soon in this expansion. I think there's definitely a lot to explore within that space.
I'm so happy.
Awesome. So now they only have the 2 raiding parties to go fetch weapons. Is that correct? He can't vanish while the ooze is out. Ah, that's true. That's a good point, that mage. Although, perhaps we shouldn't have Death Crypt. We will burn a card, but... that is just okay. Do we have a weapon to draw with this? We don't. Oh, that would have been so cool. Out of my jungle. We'll just take the cheap things for now.
ancestors watch.
Does this work with anything? I guess we can get the 1 damage to everything. You should have this in the bag. I don't know. I don't know. Who knows? We've executed it well. I think we got really lucky that our opponent didn't draw any ways to get the Kingsbane back to the hand. But also, I guess they got lucky in that they naturally drew the Kingsbane in a 22 card deck. So we'll see how this one goes. These Doom Pacts are kind of going to rot in our hand for a fair while. Okay. What do we want to do here? Do we just want to go like Ziliak's Replicating Menace? Probably not magnetizing them, just because it's a bit more vulnerable to sap.
Unity, precision. Job done.
And we just gotta save our Gluttonous Ooze for the next Kingsbane. We might be able to get it. Is kind of concerning. Our opponent could go like Kingsbane, Deadly Deadly. Like, just gain 10 life with the next Kingsbane. Well, at least they can only gain 7, 8, 9 here.
Blood and plunder.
So I think we'll trade the Shiny Finder off, so they'll have less things on the board. So if they do vanish, we might be able to get this Gluttonous Ooze back. Or do we go for Akali here?
Okay then.
Probably not. We need to destroy this.
Take shiny.
Rain or witch.
So the difficulty here is if they have Vanish, I think it kills the Gluttonous Ooze. So we only have 3 slots and these 3 will come back. You should be able to get some bigger minions as long as he gets rid of the other Vanish. Mayhaps. Sap the Ziliaks. Sap. Prep Vanish. Prep Sprint. Okay. Kingsbane. Alright. I mean, it's getting to the point where our opponent just has infinite Kingsbanes anyway, so...
Unity, precision, perfection.
Neither snow nor rain nor wind.
Job done.
Yeah, I don't think we've got it. I think our opponents managed to draw through their deck well enough that... I mean, unless they don't have an answer for this Divine Shield on the Replicating Menace. I think just so many of our cards kind of do nothing in this matchup. Like, Dynamatic doesn't really do a lot. Brawl doesn't do a lot. These Doom Pacts aren't going to do a lot. Do they have the fan? Okay. And then the Doom Pact. Okay. Okay. Sure. We'll try and last the next 12 turns and Mechathune them out.
Truth is found in death. Move!
Unfortunately, we didn't get that Mechathune off the first one. Is there a Lich King card that could possibly help us? Frostmourne, I guess. Taking some fatigue, huh? I don't know what we can do, friends.
Okay then.
Job done.
12-8 with Rush. Blade Flurry, oh my. Let's get this Spirit of the Rhino out of our hand. Army of the Dead.
I'm out of cards.
Well, Army of the Dead will get us closer to having 0 cards in our deck for this Kingsbane. Do we think our opponent has another Blade Flurry? Well, that's pretty good.
Neither snow nor rain nor wind.
Go team. Got another shot at discovering a Mechathune too, with the Omega Assembly. No! My boys! Oh gosh.
I'm almost out of cards.
Out of my jungle.
It's okay, we just have to have a lot of taunts, right? And eventually our opponent's fatigue will get too high. Especially if they forget to, like, that they can Kingsbane and just play another Kingsbane. Giving that Kingsbane plus durability actually means the fatigue's gonna pile up. It's a sap? They used all the saps, didn't they? Oh, the Doomerang. We're not dead yet! Okay, so now they've got the double Kingsbane going.
That's it! I'm out of cards!
No Mechathune today.
I'm out of cards.
Oh, this was immune because it had Rush? That's great. Alright, we get another shot at discovering. Never wavy. It's okay, we've got one shot, right? Probably. Because we can't roll this again. Damn it. I mean, it will make it extra large. What's our opponent got in their hand? Have they got 2 Vile Spines or something? They're not playing Vile Spine. That's interesting. Alright. Maybe if we can stay alive one more. That plus Faceless. We milled the Faceless very early on. Oh, it's the other Leeching Poison. Oh, we got it. All right.
I'm out of
We've got another shot. Why isn't there a mech that destroys weapons? That would be significantly more dope. I guess if we can pull Zilliax, actually, it might be pretty toasty. No. Get out of here. Boys. Boys. Failed. And these Kingsbane rogues are really wrecking our anytime we choose to play like a mid-rangey creature deck, we just get snap paired against those Kingsbane rogue. But well played to our opponent. They navigated it well. GG's. Okay, here up against the Hunter. Got a Town Crier, which we'll definitely keep. Now, do we want to try and keep Dr. Boom? Don't think so. Though I would expect most Hunters to be Spell Hunter at this time. I think Dr. Boom is okay if the game goes a bit longer. Turns out this mech was built from the bones of the original mech. That's probably the storyline behind Mechathune, to be honest. Like, they probably copied and pasted the Mechagodzilla storyline into the mech to, like, make Mechathune. I guess the real question is, which Mechagodzilla storyline did they copy and paste? And also, did we kill Cthulhu with an oxygen destroyer? How did we actually kill Cthulhu? Or Seathan for some of you old boys out there. I mean, I guess it's mana efficient. I don't know how I feel about playing the Spirit of the Rhino out. Cathan. Sethan.
To my side.
We slapped him with a bunch of nice sticks. I don't know. Doesn't seem nice to me. If this is the case, we'll definitely coin out the Militia Commander. For sure. Get some spirit value.
Defend the gates! To me!
Yeah, look at that. Getting a little bit of value. Didn't take 2 damage. Real nice sticks. Isn't that how most Warcraft people have died? Stick hitting. Oh my gosh! They were so offended by the Spirit of the Rhino. That's the greatest thing I've seen today.
Out of my jungle.
Which Wood Grizzly? Oh, this Wood Grizzly. How do we just go face here? We have the Super Collider, so we kind of want our opponent to have a couple more minions out. You know, they can't really do much against this Stonehill defender. We could have traded like 3 damage on our Militia Commander and the Town Crier to kill this. But if they have something like Meat Arrow, Baited Arrow here, I think we're happy with that. Happy to trade some life off and a charge off our Super Collider. Highest quality of stickage. That's my favorite WoW profession. Nice stick working. Yep. They do have the Meat Arrow. Was definitely worth considering trading with the Stonehill. Trading with the Eternium over there rather than the Stonehill. But I don't think we want to make ourselves vulnerable to another Meat Arrow. This is looking like a classic Secret Hunter. Deadly Shot. Wow. Kind of secret-y Spell Hunter stuff. See what we run into here. Wandering Monster.
What? You think you can take me?
That's pretty good.
Light the fuses!
Very good roll from our opponent. I think we're prepared. So now we'll get to see how powerful Dr. Boom is in this matchup. As that's likely what we'll be doing next turn. Alright, I have to go, but I'll try and catch the end of stream. No worries, Daedric. Thanks for popping in. Always nice to see you in chat. And yeah, hopefully you managed to catch the end of things. Or do we just go for the Witchwood Grizzly to hold down the fort? Can't really do anything, and next turn we could go like Witchwood Grizzly, Shield Block, or Lich King. So I think we'll just go for Dr. Boom. We'll pass back. Don't need to run our Dynamatic in. Potentially hit a freezing trap or something like that. That made you think Grizzly? The earlier we get Dr. Boom down, the better it is though. And it makes a couple of our other draws a little bit better. Interesting. Maybe we go for Lich King instead here. See if we can get...
Take that!
See if we can get a couple of triggers off. Select. Why is our opponent emoting at us? Death Call not too good. Hunter's Mark Candle Shot. He's role-playing. Oh my gosh. This is my Hearthstone RP server. So I'm guessing this isn't a freezing trap, because I don't think they would have done that. Had they suspected it'd be freezing trap. So I think what I'm going to do here is go Witchwood Grizzly and Micro Squad.
Okay, then.
Because if they do have what's his name next turn, the Death Knight next turn, we want to have some chuds in play to potentially absorb the deadly shot that our opponent played. And we won't Death Coil. I think that's a resource we might have to save. So let's see if they have it. It's very weak if they don't, like... They haven't even if they do, they haven't played like a Spellstone or anything like that. Definitely a weird one. There's one of the Spellstones. Maybe they didn't want to go for the Spellstone because we still had the Super Collider up. Maybe also because it wasn't fully upgraded.
Take that!
It was freezing. That's weird. Why would they... Interesting that they went for the Hunter's Mark. Candle Shot there. Oh, we should have definitely gone for Akali to kill that thing. Kind of goofed that one, hey. What do we do now then? Maybe just like Ziliax, Shield Block. Thereabouts. Yeah, of course we should have definitely gone for Akali that turn, or or Darius, any number of the other rush minions in our hand. I guess we can kind of fake that we care more about the Divine Shield on the Ziliax. Our opponent giving ourselves a bit of an opportunity to redeem ourselves there. Interesting. Weird. Just put our Grizzly to 1, hey? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we can try 4 bots into here. So we'd have 1 bot left over. This one hits for 5. So we could go hit Akali. 1 to the face. So this does sacrifice a little bit of damage. We should have... We goofed with the rushes as well. We could have, if we'd kept one of the microbots around that was at the start of the turn, we would have been able to deal 1 extra face damage, unfortunately. Maybe our opponent has Rexar, that's why they set the Witchwood Grizzly to 1. Guess we could have considered death coiling the Grizzly as well. Scorpomatic, nice. Deadly Shot Ziliax. And a secret. So what is the secret? That is the question. I think we're going to go face with this Witchwood Grizzly first to find. Explosive.
Out of my way! Out of my way!
Defend the gates!
Neither snow nor rain nor witch.
Alright, we got some stats in play. So, I mean, Akali's pretty good if it gets to kill a couple of things. Croc de la. Alright. See what our opponent ripped.
To me! To me!
Move!
Got him! Ooh. That's an interesting one. I mean, Dr. Boom was definitely a thing. He's definitely a part of that game. I don't know how, if you could say that he was super high impact, that we won solely because of him. But yeah, it seems like our opponent had a little bit of an awkward draw. You know, no spell stones, nothing like that. Especially early on. I think that deck really gets a lot of its power from, you know, setting up those secrets in those first couple of turns and then spellstoning on 5 or 6, and then with the Death Knights to back it up in that late game. So, GG's, well played to our opponent. Thanks for the role playing. Alright, up here against the Warlock. Definitely send all this back. Haven't been seeing too much Warlock lately. But when we have, it has been a bit of a variety. Some control Warlock, some even Warlock, some controlling builds of even Warlock, and occasionally the Zoo Warlock kind of thrown in there for a little bit of variety.
We have turned our curse.
This will be
into
the
our
even
strength.
variety. Got our turn 2 Keleseth, which is very good. I guess we could have played our Spirit of the Rhino. Again, if we suspected it was even lock, then really not going to do anything to pressure us early on. If we can hit our Faceless Manipulator, that might be alright. What's the best turn 2 in the game? Probably Keleseth. Or Keleseth, Shadow Step Keleseth.
What now?
So if we go Spirit of the Rhino here, and they have a Mountain Giant next turn, we can actually kill it with the Militia Commander. So I'm going to go for that. We can kill it with the Militia Commander and the Keleseth. Drake, though. The Drake we cannot kill.
Defend the gates! To me!
I wonder if our opponent was playing... If they have a mountain giant here, were they playing around the militia commander? Truth if found in death is... Yes. Big agree, that match. Honestly, I'll be pretty happy to see Keliseth go. I think he often is just a bit too ubiquitous. IMO. We can go for Spirit of the Rhino here. Spirit of the Rhino Rabbit Worgen. Has stealth too, so opponent can't take it out back. The question is, what are we trading into? Probably the Twilight Drake. Oh, this is only for 3 though. So I guess it'll be into the Shroom Brewer.
I'm fast and furious!
I guess we could trade everything into the Twilight Drake.
In your face!
Yeah, let's do that.
To me!
Blood will flow!
Especially if our opponent has another Shroom Brewer or something like that. Oh, that's a good draw. That is a very good draw.
Defend the gates! To me! To me!
Trade off that Spirit of the Rhino. I think it's done its job. I'm gonna cry seeing Firefly and Diamol go. Yeah, I mean, Firemol. It does suck. I think Firefly is just actually maybe a bit too good of a 1-drop. But Blizzard have always shown that they like making competitive, powerful 1-drops, so don't think it's you know, gone for good or anything. Don't think that we just won't ever have any good 1-drops.
To me!
This might actually be a bit of a tough one, especially if we can't get a trigger off our card. See if our opponent gives us one. We're not getting any good Dynamatics either. Unfortunately, a lot of these rush minions, even though Dynamatic is so good, I think it's one of the best cards in the game. Yeah, that's pretty good. Even though Dynamatic's one of the best cards in the game, and unfortunately just doesn't go well with our rush themes.
Flee, little Rastakhan! Out of my way!
It's a big lass. It's a large march. Oh, 12-8. 12-8 not great. Would actually have preferred the 8-12. Oh, we're just an unupgraded Spellstone. Bubblies and Yummies.
What now?
Neither snow nor rain nor witch! Neither snow nor rain nor witch!
Oh, they say they have the same voice line. Just wargened up. They pushed the Worgen button on their audio filters. Put it back below 15 as well. They have another Hooked Reaver. Two Dynamatics?
Unity, precision, perfection. of my jungle.
Omega Defender or Direhorn Hatchling? Probably Omega Defender. Press X to Wargan. Who is the most powerful lower? In canon it's probably Razan. Who's Razan? Is Bomb Sandy a lower? I think they consider Bomb Sandy a lower. What's the other priest legendary? Alright. Gul'dan. Gul'dan is the most powerful lower, by the way. So I want you all to know that.
I wonder. Go away!
It's a mech.
Light the fuses!
Unity, precision, perfection.
Maximum Ziliax. Damn. Razan is the king's lower. Oh. Well, I guess they had to... Like, in WoW lore, does every class have a lower?
Light the fuses!
That was pretty...
Ready to glow!
We are running out of resources. Our opponent is in Death Knight mode, and we are not.
This curse has become our
Bit of a weird
greatest
anemic
threat.
draw, though. Then again, I expect a lot of these cards are things like Defiles, maybe extra Hellfires.
I'm suiting up!
Suiting up. Pa, 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 pa. Lore is specific to troll culture. It's where shamans get their powers from, but if in battle for Azeroth, we kind of get to choose.
Out of my jungle!
Nice little raptors.
Your magic shall not save you.
Definitely should have killed that Gan Greymane instead. That definitely has one more point of attack. Did someone say Thunder Furry, Blessed Blade of the...
Your
oh my
magic
gosh.
shall not save you.
Thunder Furry. Our opponent got us. Yeah. It was a bit of a tough one. Kind of... I don't know. I don't know if that's an example of a game where the spirit was really good, or where it was actually kind of detrimental to us. So we'll take a look at the deck here. There are definitely some parts to like about the deck. I was definitely, you know, Spirit of the Rhino in some of those situations was actually genuinely quite good. I think the commitment to the late game was okay. Akali is pretty good. Lich King, Dr. Boom, I like that selection of late game cards as well as the Omega Assembly. I think it's just... yeah, we were kind of struggling there with having a lot of these kind of 3, 4, 5 mana rush minions, whilst also having dynamatics and things like that. And there were a lot of situations where, when we have all these things, if our opponent doesn't have a board, it doesn't really do too much. A lot of them are very poor proactive plays, but excellent reactive plays. So I think that's kind of a way to... I think that's Rush Warrior's problem in general, is that yeah, very good reactively, but proactively it just kind of sucks. Like ideally, we'd want to be getting paired against like Beast Hunter, you know, even Heal Zoo, Warlock. I think that would be a great matchup for a deck like this. But unfortunately, a lot of those other open matchups, especially in a ladder environment when there is just so many other decks out there, really not going to do ourselves many favors by being so specifically good in some matchups, but specifically bad in other matchups. But that's just kind of my feel. I think I definitely, first thing I would do is cut one of these Spirit of the Rhinos for the other Town Crier. I think Town Crier is possibly one of the best one-drops in the game, especially for Warrior. If you're trying to do anything aggressive, usually Town Crier really helps you fix your curve, really helps you maintain a good grip of cards, even as the game goes late. So big shout out to VoroX for this deck. If you are watching on YouTube, all the links are down in the description, including a link over to Hearthstone. Jump over there, check the deck out, give VoroX a +1, and leave a lovely thoughtful comment, as I know you will. My links are also down there as well, including a link over to Twitch. That's the best place to catch me, where we're streaming right now. We're going to be live for another couple of hours. You can come over here, hang out, get some questions in the chat, talk about Thunder Fury, the Blessed Blade of the Windseeker, I guess. But until next time, stay safe, stay wavy, rush the enemies, defend Gilneas. Bye. I hope you enjoyed that video. Check out other ones over here, or come subscribe to the Wave Pool for more excellent times.